Before we get started with today's video, I'd like to share that issue number 57 of S3 Magazine is available on the website right now. As you can see right here, if you order a 2-year subscription here today for $25, you'll also get a free t-shirt. So that's 8 issues of the mag plus a free t-shirt. It's an absolutely killer deal. In this issue, you'll find photos and articles from myself, Taylor Galster, Hunter Rollins, Wooly, and more. So be sure to visit s3mag.com for more information on how you can get your free t-shirt with a 2-year subscription today. What's up guys? My name is Ben. I'm one of the digital media producers here at S3 Mag. And up above me here is our project lifted Civic. So this week we got some really exciting updates for you guys, as well as some interesting surprises that we've recently uncovered. The very first thing is that we got our first sponsored parts in this week, and I'm not going to share any details with you guys as far as who they are, what it is, until it's time for us to officially unveil it. And we'll have a whole episode going over all the parts, everything in detail. I'm very excited to get that finally on the way. But we're waiting on some accompanying parts in the meantime to get it all to work. While these guys have sent us some stuff to make some of the pieces work on this build, we're still waiting on some other key components that go with that to be able to complete the part of the car that's needing to be completed. So, what we did this week was finish our deep clean of the car. After we did our first deep cleanse a few weeks ago, we kept noticing that the interior still smelled really musty. So what I went ahead and did was got out my hot water extractor and a steamer that we had purchased and already used on the hood in a previous episode here. And we went ahead and started cleaning out the interior, like really deep cleaning it. It had this musty odor. It was really gross. All the carpets were super stained and brown and just dirty. The interior of this car actually on the build sheet sticker says it's gray. So that's what we were looking for, but everything you could see apart from the plastics was just brown, dirty cloth, everything. So went in with a drill brush and agitated in some simple green into all the carpets and the seats, and then took out my hot water extractor and used it to get up everything there. And lastly, we used the steamer to get any of the harder stains out. There was some gum or like a starburst or something like that in the back of the carpet where the tunnel is in this carpet. And so I used the steamer to kind of get in there and agitate all that up, and now it's spread out, but we did what we could do. We're gonna order some floor mats that are gonna accentuate some stuff coming up, and I've got some seats that I'm picking up, some front seats for the car as well. But in the meantime, Jake here at Slightly Mangled, the garage that we're filming this at, went up into his attic up here and pulled down a little surprise for me today. And it was a set of seats from a EK Civic coupe, and they were the rears. Now those of you that are familiar with Hondas will know right off the bat, oh, those seats aren't gonna fit. They're a different mount style and everything in the back's gonna be wrong. And you'd be right. The back seats, the way that they come out is a 60-40 split seat in the back where they fold down. That's still the case on the sedans, so the backs went on just fine. Actually, it's really cool. I'm gonna throw up a picture so you guys can see it. They're more heavily bolstered on the ends, which was something I was really keen on, as well as the color and the pattern of the seats was a little bit darker gray to kind of mesh with the interior a little bit. And along with the seats I'll be picking up tomorrow in the front, should be a really nice combo. I really appreciated Jake's willingness to give up those seats. He just pulled them out and was like, hey, do you want to use these? I was like, yeah, sure. And they cleaned up really easily, really well. They've been stored up in his attic for a number of years and finally got the chance to put them on. But the bottom part of the seat, the cushion is all one piece, and there's two major differences. The first being the overall size, width-wise. There's no center seat like there is in the sedan. There's only a driver and passenger side seat belt. So I went ahead and took out the middle seat belt and the accompanying buckle out of the equation, so it's not rolling around in the back there. And it looks really nice, but we're gonna have to come up with some sort of a mounting solution down the road. We got it in there mocked up and it's just being held in on its own free will. But none of the latches match up on the bottom, so the seat just kind of slides around on the bottom. So what we're gonna end up doing is come up with some sort of a mounting solution to just get it to be stable and sit where it needs to sit. Otherwise, I think it looks really great. The additional bolstering on the back of the seats provide like a more raised look in the back seat. It looks really killer. I'm very excited about it. But all the rest of what we did is under the hood. A little bit earlier this week, we took the car outside and we took the pressure washer that we have out here to it, along with a lot of degreaser in simple green, and just went to town on the engine bay. And we got all kinds of grease and grody stuff all out of the engine bay of this car. And we found some pretty interesting stuff along the way. We don't know if it's going to hinder us in any way in installation of the engine or not, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. But anyway, back to the cleaning part. It was very satisfying to see all of this grease from the busted passenger side CV axle come off of the subframe, and like it was caked on probably a 1/4 inch thick in some parts. It was really, really disgusting up in there, but now it's all nice and clean and shiny, so people can look down in the engine bay later and say, ooh, that looks nice. It'll probably be covered in mud and grime and stuff from going off-road, but it looks nice now, and that's the point. But now we've got the engine bay clean and we've got the interior clean, so we're gonna wait on some new seats, and there's a lot more cool stuff ordered and on the way. I am very, very excited for things to finally start kicking off here in the next couple of weeks. Now that we've already got everything pretty much as prepared as we can possibly get it, we're just waiting on those key parts to come in to accommodate to other parts and everything to fit. I think we're really only missing like 2 or 3 key component parts, and everything should be able to start going in, and we'll take all the measurements we possibly can, test fit everything, and we're going to be documenting everything about this process over on the Slightly Mangled YouTube channel. So make sure you're subscribed to that channel there as well. And if you're not already, go ahead and subscribe here to S3 as well. I'd really appreciate it. I know we'd all really appreciate it over here at our team. It takes a village, and you guys are the best. And thank you so much for your interest in this project and this dream that I've had. And thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Later.